if you're listening to the conversation, you're at home with your family, 3 kids and a wife. Have you at any one moment felt you need to run away from them?
Not really, because as I have explained,
yes,
just that element of being, as Pastor Simon Baby was saying, being able to take regular breaks. You're able, and the thing with it is actually, it's not only men, because sometimes my wife also needs to actually take a break and, take a drive, take a walk. So it's just being able to say, okay, at this point, let me take a break, let me go out, let me go and do something that is needed. That is needed for me, so that then I know that I can go through some of the things I'm thinking about, and I will be back in a short while. And so that element just helps keep you focused, but just also helps your relationship. I know being together for an extended period of time is not always the easiest thing to do. So you need to be able to say or see or plan that, let me take a break, let me do this, then I'll come back. And you see that actually helps with just the pent up anger or stress or pressure. That really helps.
Now, Paul, just before we let you go, you're raising 3 young fathers. What kind of fathers are you hoping they will become, and what kind of men?
I think they need to be, one, very present in their kids' lives, because when the kids come, you need to be there from the very beginning. Like I tell men, you have to be there. You have to be the person taking your wife to the gynae. You have to be there knowing what is happening, to be there in hospital where your children are being born. And then after that, being there, helping out, being the father, helping changing diapers. And as your children grow, then the activities grow. The times that me and my boys will go and watch Safari Rally together, and we tell their mom, today we are leaving you, let's go and do things that make us happy, that have adrenaline. And I think just that element of being present in the children's lives, you can actually create activities so that you involve them in everything you're doing. When you're traveling, how do you get them to be excited about packing or looking at the different physical features as you see it? Like me and my boys over the last 1 year have been counting the lakes in Kenya. And we're trying to visit all of them. I know Lake Turkana is very far, but one day we will go there. But how do you then plan for those activities so that you're always involving them? Because that's also how they learn. That's how they become better people. So for me, my advice is be present, do things with your children, involve them. It makes being a family a whole lot easier and a whole lot more exciting than just, seeing things as they come and going with the flow.
Okay, Paul Gitari, thank you very much indeed for joining us this morning. Eric, I am not sure if you can hear me now. Good morning again.
Can hear you.
Oh, fantastic. Now, let me pick up on what Paul has been saying. The man needs to be present in his family, needs to take part in family activities to help with the children, changing diapers. Is that the vision of a man that you recognize?
Yes and no. Because, there's that hierarchy of a family, the father, the mother, and the children. So just like we've been saying before, a man has to, lead, provide, protect, and be intimate with his wife. So a man has to be present. That one I agree. But a man doesn't have to be there throughout the family. What about that man who lives in Lodwar and the family is locked in Kilifi? What will you say about him? So a man has to be there in the family, providing, of course. Your presence will be felt if you play your role. You don't have to be there changing diapers and kissing your wife in front of the children all the time and dancing in front of the children. That is not what I envision.
What's wrong with that?
What I envision, yes?
What's wrong with that?
With what?
With kissing your wife in front of your children and being affectionate.
No. That's ridiculous. You can kiss your wife in your private room, not in front of your children, because, you know, the children are looking up to you. They're not looking up to you kissing their mother. They're looking up to you as a mentor, to mentor them to be better people. And a man doesn't need to show the intimacy between him and his wife in front of the children. Very common nowadays, I see it, and you know how it ends, because the children end up taking that behavior, even at teenage, kissing each and every person they meet on the road, including strangers. So, for me, I think a man has to be present in the family. That one I agree. But his presence has to be felt in playing his roles. And his roles, of course, if you look at the hierarchy of a family, his roles are known: to lead, to provide, to protect, and of course, to be intimate with the wife, but privately, away from the children.
Let me ask you, Eric, do you have a family? Yes. Do you have a wife, a family yourself?
Yes, I do. I have children, so...
but do you have a wife, though?
I have wives.
Wives, okay.
Yes,
how do you relate with... How many?
4 now.
How do you...
I have...
And how many children?
I have 2 boys.
Okay, so 4 wives, 2 children. How do you relate with your wives?
I love them. I provide for them. I give them whatever they want. I am there for them all the time. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
How do you display your love and affection to your wives?
Privately.
What's wrong with public affection in your home? It's not like it's out on TV. It is in your home. Why can't you be affectionate with them openly?
Yeah, if my home is private, there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Maybe
wants to come in here.
Maybe I could say something, Eric, about that. Huh? I think children don't begin to kiss around just because they saw their daddy doing it to their mommy. Actually, one of the roles we play as men is to model for the children what it means for a man to have a wife. I have a son who is watching me, the way I treat my wife. And if I always treat my wife good when we're in the bedroom, then he will never see it. And therefore, I have not modeled. But when I show him that between 2 people who are in love and who are married, this is what they do. If I give her a hug in front of the children, for the children always clap and say, "That's nice, you have done good to..." That doesn't encourage them to go and do it. It just models for them in the future what they're going to do. There's some things I saw my dad do, and now I do because I saw him do right in front of us. And so modeling is different from encouraging wrong behavior.